Right now?
Good news,
Not
not
bad.
Am I in this shot, Wayne?
Yeah, you're good.
Yep.
Oh,
What's up, dudes and ladies? Welcome to the world's greatest BJJ podcast.
Voted number one. You don't know who by, but it was voted.
Well, it's like those stupid polls that they do. It's like this many percent of Americans voted for this or something like that. It's like they never get all the people.
Yeah, if you see like number one ranked or like number one voted lawyer, like they'll like put below it like by his family.
We should put out a poll. We should put out a poll on the Shield Jiu-Jitsu Instagram. What's the best Jiu-Jitsu podcast? Is it us? The Joe Rogan Experience? It's us.
It's us.
Definitely
Definitely.
More views, more money.
Yeah.
Who needs all that?
We still need our roundtable, guys.
You know, we're gonna get it eventually.
Yeah.
We'll get around.
You know, as soon as you guys support. I'm just kidding. We don't care. We don't need you. What we do?
I'm gonna bring in like
Reverse psychology.
a small rounded like porch patio.
There you go.
Round
Oh,
table.
yeah, I like it.
You know what? Let's. This is totally not what we're gonna talk about. But you know, this is kind of a good thing to talk about. People in the jiu-jitsu community do not have a sense of humor. I posted that thing on my Instagram. If you guys haven't seen it, it's a little ridiculous. But you know what? People like unfollow me, and I was just telling Nick, we lost a few members because of that.
What?
Yeah, like member members.
Yeah, two.
Who?
I'm not gonna say who.
Africans.
After the podcast.
Because of that?
That's just what I assumed because like after when I posted that reel,
Yeah.
unfollow and sent me a message on the Shield. I don't know if it's coincidence.
We'll discuss it later.
Yeah. No, we can talk about it right now.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
deep.
I'm dumbfounded. You're gonna get hit tossed. If you find out who you are, see you in public, boom! Hit toss, baby.
Look. I know I get grilled sometimes by someone that's that I respect dearly for not being professional. It's not like he's gonna watch the podcast anyways. But
I don't think he's one of the 50.
no.
But I'm gonna step in real quick, Johnny, because I feel like this is how you feel. Get over yourself. Life's too short to be serious all the freaking time.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, this is a sport, and it's a martial art, but it's also an outlet and it's a hobby for most people. Nobody here has to be doing it. We want to be here.
Yeah,
So make it
exactly.
fun.
If somebody gave me a choice to join a team, and it was either going to be the New Wave team or the B team, and like I got to hang out with them outside of the mat, whatever, I'd choose B team every day.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
The environment's so much better.
Yeah, it's all about the vibes. And you know what? That's also like something we could talk about. Like if you guys are new to jiu-jitsu and you walk into a gym and you expect the discipline, you expect the
Yeah, you got like for me, it's like you gotta have both.
Yeah.
Like people want like the discipline and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it's like you want to have both sides of it. Like you said, you can't be serious about it all the time, but at the same time you can't be super like
Well, I mean, that's-
laid back.
but that's us.
Yeah.
That's us. But there are some people that want that like discipline,
Yeah.
That's why like I'm saying
Yeah.
you gotta find
Yeah.
that school that's for
Exactly.
you.
Yeah.
Like everyone here, we take it serious when we need to take it
Yeah.
serious, and we don't take it serious when we don't have to take it serious.
I guarantee that I would put the intensity of our room, like when we're like, especially like comp training, up against anybody. I mean,
Yeah.
people are bleeding, people are getting thrown off the mats. But at the end of the day, we joke around, we hang out, and it's all for the
We make
love
fun of each
the
other.
Lord. And
If we have the energy after a couple of
With that being said, it's about like the vibe. You gotta find your tribe. Like if you're at a gym that's lame, that likes to sit on the wall whenever everyone's training, by all means, go for it.
If you want a place where the professor turns on the heaters in the middle of July, this is your spot.
As a WWE enthusiast.
Yeah, so that's a general life lesson too. Just don't take yourself so seriously, man. And that's fine if it's not your culture, that's cool. But I'm sure people will replace those people that will offer more to the gym than just you know, a body or even a talent, because you want people like-minded
Yeah,
enjoying themselves.
exactly.
Because we all have a good time. We spend a lot of time. All of us here spend a lot of time in this in this gym, and
Yeah.
if I didn't enjoy it, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I just wouldn't.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Speaking of not enjoying stuff, we were going to talk about weight cutting.
yeah.
Weight cutting and diets. Good introduction.
I was about to say that. Thank you, Brandon.
I got you. I'm a transition king.
You are. I mean, this is.
Do you have something you want to say, or
So I'm competing in the female division.
the
All
super duper heavyweight
The new
division?
X-Men's coming out. Yeah, I'm the X-Men. Anyway. So, all right. So we were talking about dieting, weight cutting. We, you know, I think everyone here, well, besides Nick, because he's not competing right now, is like of the mindset of like kind of always being in camp, always floating around the weight, you know, within like a 10-pound buffer. And so maybe it's a little bit different for us, but maybe you can speak on it too, of like gearing up for competitions. But like, what do y'all do to make sure that your diet is like decent, you're eating clean, but then you start like, when you start dialing it in, how many weeks out before a tournament, and then when you suggest like cutting water weight, because that should be the last thing,
Are we
right?
talking like IBJJF?
IBJJ,
Yeah. I would say diet as close as you can, and then maybe I don't know, like give yourself like 4 or 5 pounds to cut. Like I think that should be tops, because
Yeah.
it's, you know, you're gonna weigh in and compete like an hour later. You're not gonna have any time to recover. If it's an MMA fight, you get day before weigh-ins, or any like some of the local tournaments too. They do that as well. You can have as much fun going with that, but like
Yeah.
I'm of the mindset that like when I go out and compete, like I just kind of I'll go wherever I'm at, because I'm not getting paid to cut the weight.
Mhm.
You know, and it's like if I know at like a really high level it does make a difference, but in my mind, in my perfectionist mindset, it's like if I'm gonna go out and I think I'm gonna win gold, then 5 or 10 pounds shouldn't matter. Like if you weigh 10 pounds more than me, that's not like a cop out I'm gonna use to be like, hey, like they
Right.
don't beat me because they were this much bigger or this much stronger, you know. But
Yeah.
yeah, I'd say give yourself like 4 or 5 pounds to
Yeah.
cut.
And usually that 4 or 5 pounds is the water weight.
Yeah.
So it makes it a little bit easier to cut.
Mhm.
What do you think, Johnny?
Yeah, I think that like you should kind of be close to like where you're going to compete at. There's no reason to like drop like 20, 30 pounds
No,
like
yeah.
where I see some people do, and then they do the weight cut too fast,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then like by the time when the tournament comes around, they're like super weak. Don't do that, guys. Just kind of like just what like Nick said, it shouldn't be like a big change between 5 to 10 pounds. And like just kind of compete where you weigh. And sometimes I know it's unfortunate because like people don't have necessarily the people in their division, so they have to go up or
Yeah.
maybe even have to drop. And like, you know, for myself, for an example, like having to drop down to featherweight, you know, although I was like at 159 by the time when the tournament was coming around, that's kind of like on the far end of the featherweight
Mm-hmm.
spectrum, right? That would have been too much for me to drop that much, because I was already dropping from like middle of like lightweight to
Yeah.
featherweight. Then competing at middleweight. See, that's why you guys should just compete at your own weight class,
Yeah,
because you don't have to worry about that huge range, you know.
exactly. Yeah, well, I think that's the most important thing, like you said, because if you cut a lot of weight, you lose a lot of your strength.
Yeah,
And it's
absolutely.
Energy,
your strength, yeah, and it's just easier to, you know, stay around that walking weight kind of thing and just then cut what needs to be cut. And a lot of it's usually, you know, water or just, you know, quit eating certain things and just, you know, if you lose it that way. But yeah.
What's the most weight you guys have cut in a week, we'll say?
In a week, well, not for jiu-jitsu, but for wrestling, 15, which was really not smart. Yeah.
Good amount.
Not great.
That's like normal for wrestling too.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you know, you have your tournament on like Saturday, and then you blow up.
Yeah.
You get like a duel or something.
And then you got to do it on
Wednesday.
Tuesday or Thursday, yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's like for me, like, so I've competed at ultra super heavy, and so like for worlds I'm competing, master worlds I'm competing for the first time at medium
Super
heavy,
duper heavyweight.
super duper.
Super duper heavyweight.
No, like, so like for my thought process was like, if it depends on the tournament, right? Like if it's an open or a local, I'm just gonna walk in and compete as close as I can. I'm not gonna cut a bunch of weight, but like, you know, we have pans on the agenda, we have, you know, master worlds for a couple of us, and so like I'm willing to cut a little bit of weight for those tournaments because they mean a little bit more.
Yeah,
and you're putting in more money to get there, and so like you at least in my mind like I can sacrifice a little bit.
Yep.
But we all have jobs and lives outside of jiu-jitsu, and so for me personally, like what I'll do is I'll do like 8 weeks out, I'll do like a really like crash diet just to see like where I'm at rolling, like, and then I'll start adding like carbs and stuff like that to it. Get within that 5 to 7 pound buffer, and then my plan, if we're going to Vegas, is to walk on the plane about 3 to 5 over, hit the sauna the next morning, and then get on weight and not suck out too much in my water,
Yeah.
So what do you guys do for diets though? Well, that's also like the different areas.
Yeah, because I think after this last couple competitions I did, it's just trying to be more of, instead of jumping back and forth, just make it that lifestyle kind of thing.
No, what are you eating though?
Yeah, we like
What am I? Oh,
Cereal?
yeah.
Freaking mac and cheese.
No, no, I stick to sandwiches. I've been eating more fruits lately, more like trail mixes and tons of fruit, tons of apples, applesauce, oranges.
Lots of M&Ms.
Yeah. Got some. They're called like Helly Hunks or something like that from Costco. They're like cookies. They're organic cookies. Hunks. They good though. They're like chocolate chip oatmeal.
Call them anything but
And then
that.
what do you do, Brandon?
So I don't follow like a specific diet regime, but like typically what I do is I do either chicken or steak every night with like a little bit of, so like my ratio is like 50% of my plate's meat, 30% is like vegetable, and then like 20 whatever the rest 20% is like a carb. And so like I try to keep it like that, like where I'm not like really watching, but I'm still like eating clean-ish.
Yeah.
I'll have pasta like once a week. I eat, I'm fat. I eat ice cream at night, but like that's just like a real quick like little treat.
Yeah.
Is that something that you found, like that you Googled to find, or is that something that you just kind of made up? And
Trial and error. Yeah, it was kind of made up. I feel better when I do that. It's like on the weekends, like we all cheat and kind of do whatever. But like I feel bogged down when I eat like pizza and like a bunch of pasta and stuff. And so like I just find that like, especially since I train, every day but Sunday, and I weightlift, and we're gonna talk about that too. I weightlift every, at least 3-4 days a week. If you're not feeding your body properly, then especially the older you get, you start to feel.
you feel it.
yeah, I found it out real quick when I started. It's just like I wasn't 20 anymore.
Yeah,
But Johnny, what do you eat like? You come off as a very disciplined person. What's your diet like?
very serious.
Cookies.
Very. I know that I post on Instagram that I eat junk.
Crazy Mason.
Ooh, that did look good. Was that good?
It was a little too sweet for me, to be
Yeah.
honest. There's a limit to like how sweet I go. Like I love cookies, I love brownies, but like when you add sugar on top of sugar,
Yeah.
that's when things get a little weird for me.
Yeah.
Like I'm like because I didn't grow up with like heavy like amounts of sugar like
Yeah.
that. Where like when people eat like icing on top of a cake, for me it's like well, that's a little bit too much.
Yeah,
Yeah,
whipped
yeah,
ice in that.
yeah, so whip,
Yeah.
yeah, I like that better versus that like
The real dense.
yeah. I just most of the time I just take the cake, but my diet is usually in the mornings. It's either cereal, like the unflavored cereal with like a banana, because that just kind of hits all like the marks, the dairy, the grains,
Mhm.
and the fruits, and then I'll have like eggs with that, and then like for lunch, like I slow cook a bunch of chicken on Sunday, and I
Nice.
shred it up,
Nice.
and then no flavor to it, nothing. Then some
Okay.
some rice.
You're a
That
monster.
shit, yeah. I do that
All
because
those
it's
Southern beers were like,
yeah,
nope, nope.
no flavor, and then I grab a bunch of spinach and I throw it in that like raw spinach and just put it in my lunch and just take it, and then like
That's that white people side of you.
Yeah.
That's
Very white. I grew up on unseasoned chicken. Sorry, Mom, I love you.
dry chicken. And, yeah, I mean that's what works, like because just like Matt said, like I mean, like when you train so much and you eat like if I ate Korean food, I would feel like doo-doo, like training.
Yeah.
And like having to train like 2 times a day, like some days, like you just can't
Just
function.
like the sodium
Yeah.
and like
Yep.
the, yeah.
So I do a lot of nuts, a lot of like peanut butter. You know,
Peanut butter.
yeah, fats.
Have you guys tried the PB Fit? I've been doing that lately. Like I'll put that in my smoothie. So it's basically just ground up peanuts,
Mhm.
and still got protein value. But if you want to do peanut butter, you just add a little water, and it like really cuts down on calories, which is kind of cool. What do you? So you're in the DFAC, but like,
Yeah.
so like, what do you go for?
Like here, this is for people that aren't competing too. Like for me in general, I eat until I'm satiated. Like I don't eat until like I have that bloated like
Yeah.
I've eaten too much, I've had too much water. Like I don't eat or drink to that feeling. But there's a good phrase. I think I've said it on here before. Like everything in moderation, including moderation.
Mm.
Sometimes you need to splurge a little bit,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
As far as like sweets, like I'm the type of guy I can have like 1 or 2 cookies or like a couple bites of ice cream, and I won't eat the rest of it.
Yeah.
I'm a big waster of food, honestly, and it's kind of funny because I always like complain like, oh, I can't like gain weight, I can't get over 200, bro. But like that's why I just can't gorge myself.
Yeah.
But it's good for longevity.
That's a
I
good
suppose.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Being a small, medium white guy, you know, who keep me living long.
Just in general, that's better not to eat till you're full kind of thing. Because first of all, it makes you miserable and everything, but I don't think it's that beneficial for you health wise anyway. So
Yeah, no, for sure.
Before we get off this topic, I know that you made. What is something that you guys do eat that you eat in excess that like you just like?
You can't control yourself.
Yeah, and I got
for
one.
a
I
diet
got
or
one.
just in general.
No, just in general, like
Is this like a special occasion or is this like
or just any
something-
type of food that
Okay.
you like. Once you touch it, you know you can't stop.
tiramisu? Love tiramisu.
Yeah.
Very good.
Monty's Harris Teeter has these bags of they're frozen bags that it's a banana coated in frozen peanut butter
That's
and
innocent.
then coated in frozen dark chocolate.
Oh.
I'll smash a whole bag of that live. Put it in front of me right now. Live. It's going down.
So,
What about you, Matt?
Like donuts.
Donuts?
Straight donuts.
Oh man, you know what?
You know those mini bags? Like,
Yeah.
I'll smash up
I got
a
a bag of that. I'm about to get all that.
I can't be around donuts. Even if it's like, if someone brings in like a dozen donuts, like if you just left them there, I'll eat 6, no
Yeah.
problem. Just,
I will say, like, donuts, it's not donuts, but, like, if there is donuts in the
Yeah.
room, I would have to grab one,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
there's
But
nothing that gives me that instant like terrible feeling. Instant like terrible food hangover.
Yes, I'm a
Like,
cop.
donuts give me that terrible food hangover feeling.
Yeah,
So bad.
it's
Like,
just so much
anything.
sugar.
That's why, like, I can only have one.
yeah, I get the
But,
sweats like trying to not deny a donut.
I got
Like,
sweat thinking about
hey,
it.
you know, I just went through a whole class about addiction. Addiction is a
That's a-
chemical reaction in your brain. It
That's a good
changes you,
addiction.
bro.
That's a good addiction.
Well, anyways, mine is spam.
What?
Yes.
I never would have guessed that.
Koreans love spam, bro. Same
Like-
with Hawaiians, bro.
Yeah, I was about to say,
Yeah.
so I'm assuming you fry it and everything.
I don't fry it in oil, but like
Yeah.
you just
Yeah.
like cook it, and it has like a crunch and soft, bro. I get like 3 bowls of rice and just eat the whole thing in spam, bro, and kimchi.
Alright, I gotta try that sometime.
Yeah, no, that's
No, man,
for
you
some
guys
reason
know
it's
both of
not
y'all are fired from eating Korean.
No,
Y'all
I'm not-
didn't even eat
No,
your
we're not
Korean
talking about
food
Korean.
in India. What do you think spam is? You know why spam? A little history lesson. Why spam is so special in Korea? You know why?
What?
It's because the army GIs came and brought spam to the poor Koreans. So that's why, like,
You're
it,
welcome.
like, yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah, you guys didn't like it, so you guys gave it to us. Look, you guys don't have to proofread. You can check me on that, but like that's what I've been told by my mom. So,
That's probably true. Because I think, I don't know.
well, but that's why, like in Korea, like they're like gift wraps,
Yeah.
like like gift, like.
Why do Hawaiians love it?
Well, there's a lot of Asians in Hawaii.
Yeah.
Okay.
A ton of like Koreans, Japanese, Chinese.
So did it start in
But
Asia
it's-
first? And then
it's like a
come to
delicacy
Hawaii?
in
I'm not
Hawaii.
sure, dude.
Or is it like the chicken with the
Yeah.
egg, you know?
I
Yeah.
have no idea.
Where's spam from?
It's,
Do you have time?
Let us know.
yeah, it's, I think it's like more high end than steak in Hawaii or something like that, if I remember correctly. Yeah.
I love how we're all just
Like
like
the
guessing.
yeah.
Yeah. Let's give us some more.
But hey, I will say the other thing that
Spam is from Austin, Minnesota. I didn't know there was an Austin, Minnesota.
Okay.
Look at that.
What did you
I'll say that the one thing that I do have a food addiction to, which I kind of wish I didn't, but I need it to sustain, these.
You know what? Me too. God dang it. That is
Caffeine.
another thing. I cannot stop drinking stupid energy drinks.
I'll drink coffee in the morning. I'll have like a latte, and then one of the. I just have a caffeine addiction. I'm sorry. I can't
Yo,
help it.
speaking of that, like, I had 2 cups of coffee this morning. I just had a Celsius, and here I am drinking this, dude. Like,
I'd have a headache.
I have
Yeah.
a headache without it.
Yeah.
That's all.
The last time I had an energy drink was Charleston. Before I left, you gave me some of that Red Bull.
You're so wholesome.
You are. He's such a
No,
good
I
guy.
just, dude, I can't do, like, I can do coffee here and there, but like first thing in the morning, I just want some water. And
Yeah.
that's part of my, like,
Dude, you can get a
diet
fun little
thing.
butt chug of this right now.
Let's talk about Matt's
It's also part of my, like, my diet regime, I guess. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I try to keep, you know, the water's supposed to help flush out a lot of stuff. So I
Yes.
just
Don't
try to
Like,
stick with that.
actually, that's a good point. I actually start my day with like a bunch of water.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
Like,
I
I don't
don't know how true it is. Yeah, they
Yeah.
say, like, first thing in the morning, you're supposed to drink water, and like, before you go to bed. So.
How much water? Like, how many ounces do you drink a day? You think?
Oh, I'm pretty calculated with this. In the morning,
24.
I drink
Not a lot.
at least 32 ounces in the morning,
Mm-hmm.
and then like throughout the day another 32 ounces, and then like whatever we drink in the gym, which is another 32 ounces. I don't know if that's enough.
Yeah.
So it's like
It's pretty.
It's
It's
pretty
pretty
close, I
Yeah.
think, yeah.
I try to hit 100 every day.
yeah.
And I've been doing that for so
Yeah.
long, even before jiu-jitsu, that like I feel it if I don't have it.
Yeah.
Like I'm parched, like I like feel
Yeah.
sluggish.
Do you have to think about it? You have to like force yourself to start drinking water. Because when I was trying to do that, I
Yeah.
had to do those. Oh shit! I'm like,
Yeah, so
I had my water. I got to chug 20 ounces right now.
So how I got started on that was like back like when I was like row lifting a lot, and like everyone always carried around their like their jugs, and so I would do that, but I would never drink it. So then I started flavoring it, and then I just like would drink flavored water all day, and then I kind of like slowly. But now I just prefer like I'll do Neos like every once in a while just to switch it up, but I like just regular straight water. It's
Yeah.
good stuff.
I'll do like a vitamin water for more of a taste, and then the other stuff just regular water kind of thing. But
Yeah, how many ounces do you drink? You think?
I'll probably hit 100, like you, like yeah, because usually, especially now with the
You
job I have
drive a lot,
now,
though, too,
yeah.
so-
So I have it like right there in front of me. When it's right there in front of me, it's
Yeah, but
it's
you
more
gotta
of a
see,
habit.
you gotta pee, you gotta stop though.
Yeah, that too.
Well, yeah, same
I
thing.
do that a lot.
Like you're sitting in a car, you gotta.
Yeah.
And
When
I
it's right
saw
there in front of
you
me,
at the
yeah.
gas station, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got my spots. I've been hitting grocery stores lately now, so gas stations.
There you go.
It's
They're
cheaper
cleaner.
for stuff, and then it's
Yeah.
cleaner.
All right, so last topic, weightlifting. What kind of weightlifting regime were you on? Sorry to interrupt you.
No, you're fine. I wasn't gonna say anything.
Oh, we can say it's fine.
I'm just feeling out my hair right here. Sorry, my head's all over the place right now, man.
Drink some more coffee.
Yes, drink some more coffee. But my weightlifting regime, I do the 1-5-3-1. Just because I don't do like jujitsu specific things because you don't lift weights to do. I don't lift weights to be better at jiu-jitsu. I just lift weights because I just want to lift
Same.
heavy stuff.
Same. Absolutely.
And I think, just like when jiu-jitsu guys wrestle, they should just do wrestling, not wrestling for jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you should, but like, I think the purpose of you learning wrestling is to learn wrestling and then
Right.
learning to adapt it, you
Yeah.
know?
And blend it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I totally agree. Matt, do you work out?
Sometimes. a lot of the stuff I do, I usually work out with Vom Sunday mornings. We do like a lot of circuits and stuff like that. So it's a lot of there's weights involved, but it's a lot of I guess more around the cardio aspect of it because it does help. It doesn't best thing to get better or to get used to jiu-jitsu of course, but
Right.
it does help push that the breathing and stuff like that. So it helps a little bit, yeah. So
Sure.
Nick, what do you do? I know we talked before about you were kind of doing the hypertrophy, then you switched to strength. What are you doing now?
I reverted back to hypertrophy.
Same.
I really did. Yeah, so like I do like PT in the mornings. It's usually some type of like muscular endurance thing, like whether it's running or push-ups or rucking or whatever. And then I'll try to squeeze in a lift. And to be completely honest, I haven't probably lifted in like 3 weeks. So I've been a bad kid. So I need somebody to keep me accountable on that here. Just
Same.
give me some shit.
Come on.
But yeah, hypertrophy.
Yeah, we got like 6
And then jiu-jitsu at night. So like 3 times a day.
We'll do 5
It's
minutes.
a lot.
That's a
I
lot.
need some tests.
Yeah.
Yeah,
sure
need
do.
some tests.
Yeah.
Brandon,
Yeah,
what's your lifting schedule like?
I
What's your
lift-
split, bro?
I lift like 3 days a week, maybe 4 if I can get it in. So I'll do like, I'll do pull day, push day, legs, and then like a full body if I can get that 4th day in. I try to start a workout with like a 1,000-meter row so that I get some cardio in. And yeah, I just feel like you do if I don't. And so I've been like bro lifting for so long that I just like feel weird if I don't do it. And so,
Yeah.
but I follow a couple like personal trainers who do like jiu-jitsu specific stuff, and like one of them's like, oh, don't like bro lift. The other one's like, I mean, you're building muscle, you're fine. Like, you're protecting your joints and everything. And so that's kind of like my way. Like, I don't do it for jiu-jitsu. I do it for my own personal like
Looks.
health, well-being. I want to look good naked, like all those things.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
You don't?
I mean, I just live to just be strong.
You're so strong.
You don't want to look good naked.
Johnny's very strong.
Johnny is strong.
Did you fart, bro?
No, that was. I got the plastic chair, so
All right, just real quick,
Matt,
2
I
more
can
minutes.
if you want me to.
No.
On cue, baby.
I wish I could. I wish I could.
So GSP is going against Damian Maya.
Yes.
I've been told multiple times I kind of look like Damian Maya.
You do a little bit.
Yeah, you do. I can see it. I can see it.
He's uglier, so.
Matt looks like a poor man's GSP. So.
I do. The other day I got Bill Jr. I got Conor McGregor.
Dude, he looks like Sean Strickland if everything went right in his life.
That was the hardest podcast to get through. Did you guys listen to Joe Rogan's
thought it was great. I thought it was easier than Mike Perry's.
It was much easier than Mike Perry's, but it was like some of the stuff that he was like openly saying, like, I used to like hail Hitler and stuff like this. I was like, oh my god, dude. This dude can't get canceled though. He doesn't care, so whatever.
I heard a strong rumor he's fighting Adesanya. That Duplessis is out.
Oh
Actually,
really?
I've got a good source on it. I'll show you after.
Really?
Yeah.
That would be interesting.
Well, I think it's going to be, my predictions for that super fight is that I think they're just going to cancel each other out. I don't think Damian Maya is going to beat GSP, and I don't think GSP is going to beat Damian Maya.
What's the rule set? Is it ADCC?
I have no
I
idea.
don't know.
I would like to see a no time limit, just submission fight between those two.
No
It'd be-
way,
It'd
bro.
be an 8-hour fight.
I'd like to see it in
That'd
a
be
cage.
a long match.
Yeah, right.
Those guys are great cage grapplers, so I'd like to see it in a cage.
That'd be cool.
That'd make things
That's
really
actually
interesting.
pretty, that's pretty good.
That'd be-
You might see it finish that way.
See some of the wall work.
Yeah.
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 You might see a Danny Maya crawl up on a back, or who knows, man.
Yeah, no, GSP's been putting in work with New Wave,
Yeah.
and
For a while,
he's
yeah.
he's got a strong grappling base anyway, and obviously he's never stopped training after he
Yeah.
retired. So
Which is nice to see.
yeah,
His
so I
timing
think
with his
it'll go
takedowns was so amazing. Like,
Mhm.
he was timing it off his jabs or his feints. Like, he was
Mhm.
maybe the best ever at it. And the open of the cage, too. Like, you didn't need the fence at all.
Yeah,
That's the best place to do it.
Well,
so we'll
Yes.
see. We'll,
if you guys don't know who Damian Maya is, look him up. He's not just a great MMA grappler. He's really good in jiu-jitsu too. World champion, ADCC champion, all that. So yeah.
well,
Well, we have to go teach kids class now.
Mhm.
See you guys on the mats, and see you next time. I don't know what episode this is, but
We need some outro music.
yes. Do 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 do. Well, connected. See you guys next time.
time to bleed.
Time to
I
leave.
believe.